welcome to the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. Good morning and welcome to the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Florida, and I'm so glad that I could visit from my farm or farmhouse. Let me tell you, I know that Mrs. Silva is enjoying her long vacation day that she's taken, so I could fill in for her. Well, today we have a couple of guest stars. One of them is Mina, straight from the Pet Shop Revolution, and I know you can't believe that, but Mina has come to join us. And the other guest star, well, I'll let Mina introduce him later, but I am just so glad that we could talk about the tone of voice and the purpose of the tone of voice. It is so exciting, but I'm going to let Mina take it away now. Mina, to you.
Hello, I'm Mina, and I'm here to tell you my story. This is my rabbit. I was a girl that walked the streets of France every day looking in the beautiful windows. But there was always one window that scared me. It was towering, dark building. It had a mean man that owned it. I would look at the pets and think, oh, sad. There was nothing I could do. They looked miserable, begging to leave that awful place. But there was simply no escape. I lost my rabbit, this one right here, as I was visiting the pets one day. And that's when my friend Bobo came up with an idea. We were going to free the animals. We snuck in one night without notice of anyone, like a spy. Just as if it was a parade of animals, we freed all the beautiful pets. They just ran out. You guys know the rest of the story. Mr. Walnut actually changed for the better. He was actually a pretty nice person. And now he has an inviting toy store. So I can get more rabbits like my Bunarina right here. And you know, he has this toy store, and sometimes I find myself looking into it and thinking, oh, I'm so glad he changed. You know, I brought a friend with me, Clementine, that would love to talk with you all about the confinement that he experienced in his escape. He's one of the animals. He's a wolf.
Well, I am so glad we got to talk to Mina today, and I just hope Mrs. Silva is enjoying her day off at home and get some rest. But it was so good to talk to Mina. Now, my question for you is, how or why did the author make Mina so likable in the book? Why in the world would he want this little girl, she want this little girl to be so likable in this book? Well, if you have a character that's not likable, then what's the problem? You don't like them. And if this character is going to be the one rescuing all these animals, then by golly, you want her to be likable. So how does having a positive, kind character help convey the author's purpose for writing the book? Well, if Mr. Walnut was not kind and putting all these animals in cages, and then Mina and even Bobo come in, and they were kind and positive and happy and caring, and they released all these characters, plus you liked them in the book, then the author is saying, well, it's not good for animals to be in cages. So when you think about the tone of voice and the purpose of the tone, how does having that positive, kind character help convey the author's purpose? And in this case, it helped convey it, because it wouldn't have come to joyfully if Mr. Walnut had been the one to free them, because then it would have been a complete tone shift and you don't even know where it came from. So let's think about this. Whenever you're writing, you want to make sure that you have a character that is going to convey your purpose for writing the book. Otherwise,
well, thank you, Mina, and I'm glad she could introduce our next guest star already, and that is Laloli. So, Laloli, we want to hear from you.
My name is Laloli, and I was once held in a cage by Mr. Walnut. I was so sad and so depressed living in that cage, never getting to roll around in the grass or catch a frisbee with a friend. I never got to lay on a sofa or watch a movie. It was only bars and walls that I saw every day, and it made my heart sink. The other animals and I would talk, but it was not like being free. When Mina and Bobo came to free us, it was shocking at first. But when we followed, things changed. We were free. I ran in the park, jumped through bushes, sniffed fire hydrants. It was wonderful and beautiful. Then, when we all helped Mr. Walnut open his toy shop, we knew he had changed. And thankfully, we have been free ever since.
now it's your turn. Mrs. Silva has given me the directions. You're going to go to no red ink. I've never heard of it, but it sounds like there's no red ink in it. You're going to write your opinion answering the question. Do you think animals should be sold in pet shops? Why or why not? Well, you know me, I'm a farm girl, Clementine here, and I think that animals are great for farming, but I have an opinion about that too. Should they be sold in pet shops? I like to let my animals roam all over the countryside, home, home on the range. Oh, I do love that song. Well, you're going to answer that question, and then you're going to use ideas from the pet shop revolution to support your opinion. So don't just think about should animals be sold in pet shops. If you say yes or no, make sure your opinion is supported. Kind of like a main idea I hear y'all have been learning about. You want the supporting details to support the main idea. Well, you want your ideas from the pet shop revolution, your idea to be supported from the pet shop revolution. Think of it as the legs under a table. The table is your idea and your opinion, but those legs are keeping it standing up. Make sure you use complete sentences. You don't want to talk like a country bumpkin. You want to make sure you use those complete sentences. And follow the directions in no red ink, because you don't want any red ink on your paper. Make sure you follow those directions. And now it's your turn. So get out of here. Get on and go do your work. It's been so nice talking to all of y'all on the Mrs. Silva's Reading Show. Have a good day, y'all.
Well, thank you all for joining us today on the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. This has been Clementine reporting for the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. It has been a joy to be here, and I hope to come back soon. We'll see you later, folks.
Thank you for joining us for the Mrs. Silva Reading and Writing Show. We'll see you again later.